So, what if the creator of our entire universe was actually just one of, well, countless creators? Today, we are going on a journey through a cosmic hierarchy that is just mind-blowingly huge. We're going to scale all the way from our own solar system to the multiverse, breaking down these immense concepts of Shiva, Maha Shiva, and Para Maha Shiva to try and understand the true source of all creation. And to kick things off, we're going to tackle this one profound question that really gets to the heart of it all. Can Shiva be called Swayambhu, or self-created? As you're about to see, the answer to this single question opens up a cosmic map that is, well, it's going to stretch your imagination for sure. So here's our roadmap. We're going to start with Shiva, the creator we know, the one who made our universe. Then, we'll zoom out to see who's a level above him. And then, who's even a level above that? We'll get into how time itself gets all warped at this scale, look at the engine that drives this whole cosmic cycle, and finally, figure out what this all means for you and me on our own spiritual path. Okay, let's start at the first tier of this incredible divine structure. The creator of our own cosmic backyard, the being we all know as Shiva. Now, what our source material tells us is that Shiva is the creator and master of our Brahmandam. A good way to think of a Brahmandam is as a single, self-contained universe. So, while his power is immense, his domain is tied to this one specific unit of creation.
What's really fascinating is how this creation process actually happens. It's not just a single event. It happens in stages. It all starts in a formless state, which is called Nirakari. From that nothingness, he takes a form, that's Akari, and then manifests divine energy, or Shakti. This creates the union of Shiva Shakti, which then gives birth to the physical forms we might recognize from the stories, Shankar and Parvati.
Okay, so if Shiva is the creator of our Brahmandam, our universe, this brings us right back to that first question we asked. Is he really self-created? Well, the answer lies one step up the cosmic ladder. And here it is. The answer is no. Shiva is not self-created. He actually has his own creator, a being known as Maha Shiva. And Maha Shiva's domain, it isn't just one single universe. We're talking about an entire galaxy. Let's really try to put this incredible scale into perspective, because it's huge. Where Shiva's domain is just one Brahmandam, Maha Shiva's is a whole galaxy, which contains countless Brahmandams. Just think about that. It means for every single universe, there's a Shiva. And the one who creates all of these Shivas is the one Maha Shiva. So we've gone from a single universe to an entire galaxy. But the source material tells us we need to zoom out even further. So what's the source of the being who creates entire galaxies? Right at the very top of this cosmic hierarchy sits Para Maha Shiva. He is the creator of Maha Shiva, and his domain is what we would call the entire universe. A multiverse structure that contains billions and billions of galaxies. This is it, the absolute peak of the cosmic scale. So here it is, the complete chain of creation, all laid out. At the very top, you have Para Maha Shiva, who creates the whole multiverse and all the Maha Shivas in it. Then, each of those Maha Shivas creates an entire galaxy and the countless Shivas that it contains. And finally, each one of those Shivas creates a single Brahmandam, a single universe, just like ours. Now, to really wrap your head around the scale, you need to understand a key concept, and it's this word right here, Anant Koti. It basically means innumerable, or for all intents and purposes, infinite. A single galaxy contains an Anant Koti number of Brahmandams. That means there are an infinite number of Shivas just within our own galaxy, and every single one of them is overseeing its own universe. And here's where ancient concepts meet modern science. Some theories in cosmology today suggest there could be as many as 10 to the power of 500 universes out there in the multiverse. I mean, you can't even write that number out. If each of those has a creator, we're talking about a number of Para Maha Shivas that is just completely beyond human comprehension. Okay, so when you're dealing with a scale of space this staggering, it also has a staggering effect on how time is experienced. What feels like an eternity to us is quite literally just the blink of an eye for a higher creator. A really great way to get a handle on this is with this cosmic clock analogy. Think of Shiva, the creator of our single Brahmandan, as the second hand on a clock. He's moving pretty fast. Then you have Maha Shiva, creator of the galaxy, who's like the slower minute hand. And finally, Para Maha Shiva, creator of the whole multiverse, is the hour hand, moving so slowly that from where we're standing, it looks like he's not moving at all.
Now, get this. The entire lifespan of our universe, which is said to be 100 Brahma years, is equal to just 1 single second for Maha Shiva. Let that sink in. This means that in the time it takes for his cosmic minute hand to tick just once, countless universes like our own are born, they live out their entire existence, and then they dissolve back into nothing.
So this whole cosmic process isn't just a one-and-done thing. The source describes it as a constant, dynamic cycle of creation, existence, and dissolution, and it's all governed by these deep, universal laws. So what happens when a universe gets to the end of its life? Well, a Shiva's lifespan is tied directly to his Brahmandam. After those 100 Brahmanya years, when his creative energy is all used up, he starts its dissolution. And this is where the source makes a really cool connection to physics. It says that Shiva becomes a black hole, absorbing all of his creation back into himself. It's only after that he gets a new burst of energy from his creator, Maha Shiva, to start the whole cycle all over again.
Now, here is a truly surprising piece of this puzzle. You would think that beings this powerful are way beyond something like karma, right? But the source says that the very act of creation, that will to make one into many, binds them to this law. With every new creation, their parama light, their pure consciousness, gets just a little bit diminished, tying them to the very cycle that they themselves are perpetuating. Okay, so we've got this massive, almost unbelievable cosmic map. What in the world does this mean for us, for the individual soul that's trying to find liberation? How do you even begin to navigate a reality this huge?
Well, the source material draws a really clear line in the sand between two different paths. The first one is karmakanda. This is the path of rituals, of chants, of sacrifices, and it's seen as the common path. But the true path, it argues, is jnana, the path of deep knowledge, of truly understanding this cosmic structure in your own place inside of it.
And this idea is captured so powerfully in a quote from the Bhagavad Gita, which the source text references. The ultimate reality, it isn't found through all the rituals, but through direct, profound understanding. Knowledge itself is the key that unlocks the door. So the logical conclusion here is that if you want to reach the highest possible state of being, your focus has to be on the highest possible source. The source suggests this means looking beyond our own Shiva, whose power, it says, is actually waning in this current cosmic cycle, and instead aiming for the limitless, ultimate creator of everything, Para Maha Shiva. And so we end by turning this huge cosmic map into a very personal question. The text you see asks, Jnanam dwara miru e parmadama niki cheru kolanan kutnaru, which means, now that you can see the sheer scale of reality, from one universe all the way to the multiverse, the question isn't just what's out there anymore. Instead, it becomes, through this knowledge, where do you set your own spiritual destination? What is the highest realm that you want to reach?